Eddie Hip's 3250. But on average, it was about 1,000%. Bat-proof gold. 2.5 went from 2,500 to 25,000. 5s went from 3,500 to 35,000. 20s went from I sold them to Bob Laughlin for 7,500. They went to 80, 90,000. It was about 1,000%. But it wasn't with the gold and silver. For instance, type coins really didn't take off until January, February '79. Almost 800 of 1,000% was in a 18-month, 15-month period. So the gold's going to move a little quicker than the coins, and the run-of-the-mill stuff has this, crappy economy holding it, and everything else in Ken Griffey working hard.
I mean, the truth of the matter is great collectibles welcome most.
So maybe the thing that's happening with coins is that the trade coins are just not being sold, so that's why you see. Because I use after every heritage auction, I look at the top 10 prices of the top 10 coins. In 2007, there was a larger dollar value than say this last sale. There was one coin over $1 million, and the other one was $300,000.
There are more coins getting sold privately today that are not going through auction. I know Tom won't hear that. Okay. There are more expensive coins being sold.
Joe, he sold a 7-figure coin at the show.
No, asking, wait, we do plenty of private business as well. It's amazing what goes on
It's
behind.
because there wasn't a 1913 Liberty nickel or $1804 or ultra high relief or 27D20 in the sale. They would have brought it in. They didn't. A 1975 Middle S dime sold for $349,000. Only 2 notes. That's a record for a modern coin by 3.
55S 3.
Yeah, that was
actually 1983.
Yeah.
I think 35,000 was that coin.
You put your quarter in a sale, it'll bring down.
What are we not comparing?
You don't have to put in sale.
But you don't want to sell your quarter. That's the point. You don't want to sell your quarter. That's the point. These coins aren't selling. I'd love to buy a 13 nickel. Love to buy one.
I laughed at him when he paid $52,000 for a Mickey Mantle rookie card. And I said, David, $52,000. A couple of years later, some guy says something to him, and so David says, oh, it's a conflict of interest to have baseball cards? I'll sell my baseball card. He sold that. It brought $120,000. I thought, oh my God, man, that's eating forever. David just told me that the guy's turned out what, $1 billion?
Yeah.
He's turned out $1 million.
I have a great unrelated story with that too. This relates to. I love this story. This relates to. You know Alex Acevedo in New York? Alex is a really big art dealer in New York. He also dabbles in everything. He's a good friend of Tony Turner. Alex bought coins and currency and stuff in the 80s when they were cheap. 1979 A&A, Lynn Knight and I bought and sold the Grand Watermelon tobaccos. I remember because we flipped Q 50 or 60,000, and he lost it at 60,000.
It's $1,000 bill.
1890 with the very big zeros. It's the cover of the 100 Greatest Notes note. So let me get my years right. I'm going to screw them up. In the mid-80s, Lynn had a very good customer on Long Island named Frank Levison. A lovely guy, worker guy, another great collector who did it. Great currency collector. He wanted to decide he had enough money, he wanted to buy the Grand Watermelon. Alex still had the note. Alex had bought it probably for about $100,000 between the time Tony had got it for him. I, at the time, had a Maxfield Parrish painting. Anyone here familiar enough with Maxfield Parrish? That was American Illustrated. By the way, that's anyway. So, I had a painting. So this was actually my favorite deal I ever did because I felt I was the only person in the history of the coin business that did this. I took my painting and I traded it to Alex for the note, and then traded the note to Frank for a whole bunch of coins. Frank sold the note through Lynn. I'm going to say about 8 years ago. I think it sold for about 2003. His collection, and it brought about 900,000. 880. Thank you. Yeah, the note would now bring $2.5 million easily. That's really interesting. Notes worth $2.5 million. The painting, by coincidence, we sold at Sotheby's this year. It was in my bedroom. It brought $1 million. It brought $1 million two plus $1,380,000. And I can't tell you what the coins are doing because I don't even remember what was there. It just didn't seem like the coins added up to that much. Any $1 million coins today, but they may have. But that actually was the most interesting deal I ever did, because I felt like I was on an extra. All three people knew what they were doing. You know, so it was like in a trade like that, painting for a note for coins, to put that threesome together would be very difficult. Where all people got full equity. That's that.
At the time you did the deal, Kevin, can you remember what you realized out of the coins you got for the?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I mean, it was like 160. I made like $15,000 or something.
Wait. We have another good market here. Tom Kessel deals in very high-end firearms. Right? Okay. So, is this whole the best of the best doing well? The run-of-the-mill stuff coming down?
Same thing, identical.
Every market. I don't know any market.
And my comment as far as, the highly collectibles generating the most money now in reference to gold, I feel whether it's coins or firearms, and firearms are actually more restricted than coins because of the federal regulations with them, as far as being, let's say, collectible you can talk about amongst friends. A lot of gun collectors won't because it's not politically correct for coins. But I feel whether it's coins or guns or any other collectible, it's a very small percentage of the American people that are into it, in reference to sitting at night on TV and hearing about buying gold because the economy is entertaining. So I think the exposure to gold, and the reason gold is going up, is a fear element, percentage-wise, versus a more realistic element within the collector's field.
I think we should ask you that question. You'd be the only one here that could give us a good answer. People ask me about gold all the time. I say, I have no idea. Let me ask someone who does have an idea. What do you think?
Comparing apples to apples, high-end collectibles versus
Yeah.
generic gold and
Yeah.
silver.
One of them
Two
is
different
economic.
No, I'm talking about gold. What do you think about gold right now?
Well, I mean, the buyers of gold are basically lost faith in the financial system. So if you take all the gold in the world, it fits into 3 goods. So there's not a lot of it, and in the last 10 years, we've only found like 1% year more gold each year. So there's not much found. So, I think the average person owns 0.1% of their net worth in gold. So it's very, very high. So there's basically money coming from a lot of other things going into a small pool of assets.
Like what we have as a
High
coin.
demand, low supply.
If $10 billion came into the coin,
Yeah.
if we walked into that door
Right.
tomorrow and somebody spent $10 billion, what would the price of coins be?
Well, you couldn't buy.
Yeah, you do it.
Come
Come on, I can price some of that. I can price my coins out of my head.
I can go buy $1 billion worth of gold tomorrow. I can't
Right.
buy $1 billion worth of coins in 10 years. Well, maybe 10 years.
Kevin and I. Come back tomorrow.
I'll fill you up in under that time.
We can do it a lot quicker.
The real bubbles though, China.
Yeah.
Chinese paintings have gone, the most expensive Chinese painting is 95 million. They just sold for 65. That's the real.
It's like Russian.
Gold, we need gold to get to that level too.
So you think gold's going to continue up?
Why wouldn't it?
I think it's reasonably good. But
Oh, by the way, just some interesting side note, what you say. The higher gold goes, the lower my margins have been.
Yeah, but your volume.
No, my volume is, but my margins have never been small.
Your product and